My name is Ukeje Uche. I'm an architect by training, and I am currently serving as the Director General of the Greater Abia Development Authority. The law creating the Greater Abia Development Authority was signed on the 27th of December 2023. It was the first law signed by the current administration of His Excellency Dr. Alex Otti. The mandate of Gada is to see to the comprehensive development of Abia and surrounding areas. So the law covers about 5 local government areas: Abia North, Abia South, Osisioma local government, Obingwa local government, and Ugunabo local government area. His Excellency's thinking was to create a coherent city that is not affected by the boundaries of the local government area, so he can create a livable city. If you're aware about the history of Abia, you would know that from the 60s upwards, even before the 60s, Abia was both the commercial and industrial nerve center of the South and the Southeast region. Then it was called East Central State. Effectively, historically, Abia was the only city that has both industrial and commercial components. Onitsha was a commercial center, Nnewi was a commercial center, but Abia was Onitsha and Nnewi all rolled into one. All the major colonial industries had branches in Abia, from Aruti Briscoe to AG Leventis to Nigerian breweries. They all had presence in Abia. So Abia was a major logistics, business, and commercial city. So His Excellency's vision is to bring back Abia to serve in the 21st century what is served in the late 20th century. So that was the vision. And our mandate is to help him achieve his vision. On the passage of the law, we immediately set up a structure for the Greater Abia Development Authority. As you can see, our mandate draws across several areas managed by different ministries. We deal with infrastructure, we deal with markets, we deal with housing, we deal with business development, we deal with economic planning, we deal with master planning, which was originally resident or residual in other ministries. So Gada is like a fulcrum where all the competencies required to run a city resides. And from there, you distill out sections upon sections upon sections. So to each part of the city, we give what they think they need in the form of urban renewal. So currently, we are working in the area where we are doing about 3 roads: Umode Road, Bakassi Road, and the Sihotokwa Road. It's been completed, roads marked with street lights, and is currently being used. That entire area is changed. In fact, that area gives you a snapshot into what is happening in the city. I was told reliably by a man that a building was offered to him for 25 million, dilapidated 2-story building when there were no road. It was unpassable. The gentleman bought the same building after the roads were finished for 85 million. A difference of 60 million. It's not 100%, it's not 200%, it's about 400% increment on what was initially offered. And that is the miracle of this administration. Same thing goes for Port Harcourt Road. Before now, people were begging people to buy their properties. As we speak, there is none for sale. And that is the miracle that good leadership brings. That is just one aspect. We're also doing urban renewal in Omosi Road. So currently work is going on where Ibadan Street meets Omosi. There's Ihoma Street. So 3 streets are being done there. For the last 30 years, the place had been a dump for waste. As at the last count, which will be like last week, we have moved over 1,500 trucks of waste out of the place. If you go there, we are still moving waste as we speak. And when we finish removing the waste, the plan is to convert the place into a market for people that make things, all those boxer shorts, the tailors, so that we can remove them from Imejiaka Street and Ongwa Road and move them into an organized setup where they can pursue their careers without disturbing other motorists. So we are involved in several urban renewal activities across several sections of the city. Just recently, we have completed the Asa Triangle, and as we speak, street lights are being installed. The road has been marked, the drainage is repaired. Those are just aspects of what we have done. We've also responded to a lot of disaster areas like Ovom Street. By the time we came in here, visited Ovom first in September of 2023. We had a 23-meter depth gully. As we speak today, it's filled and people can go to their houses. So those are some of the physical and infrastructural interventions that Gada has done. Because from the beginning we had a plan. And the plan was, it's easy to say we're building a new city. But are you going to be transplanting people from the old city to the new city? The answer is no. So the strategy was simple. Repair what is existing and start installing the new. So the first 2 years, we have continuously strived to repair the existing city infrastructure, the existing city element. I've been very active, if you know this city well, with flood control. Flood has been a perennial activity in Abia. Every year, it is estimated that the city loses between 2 to 5 billion naira on private property to storm, especially in Ariara area. The glory of God, and due to the leadership of His Excellency, it has not happened for the last 2 years. And it's not by accident. It is because His Excellency declared it an emergency and gave us all the enablers required to have it done. And we got it done. We opened all the tunnels, desilted all the drainages. Oh yes, some of them over time have started to accumulate. But that is why we are here. We will continue to ensure that all the channels flow and that there is no flood. Despite of the fact that in these 2 consecutive years, Abia State has been listed, Aba actually has been listed as one of the cities that are supposed to experience major floods by name. This is distinct from our major activity that has also been going on under the preparation of Aba Master Plan, which is now about 98% completed. Data has been collected, the data has been validated via a public presentation, and now details of it graphically is now being produced. So we expect that by the end of June, we'll have a document that we can say this is a master plan for the city of Aba and the environment for the next 25 years. The policy document that will guide the development of the city going forward. And with that, we expect to bequeath to the people of this city, not just a new and vibrant city, but also an old city that is robust, resilient, and that can respond to emerging challenges that usually come with city building. That's basically what we've been doing in Gada for the past 2 years. And now we are approaching a different level. We have prepared the infrastructure and we've now started to install new things. So in line with that and in adherence with the master plan, we've now started to install new things. There's going to be a bridge connecting Eziama with Obimwa. The road connecting Obiomangwa with Okpulumogu through 7-Up, the Malting plant, and down through the Assemblies of God Church has already been awarded. It's in the process of being procured. We are also trying to build a new link linking Udabala Road with Okpulumogu and another one linking Umuadro with Okpulumogu through Umuimo town. When all these things are done, people would be able to move from the express road to Pobo Junction without having to go through Abowore Road or to pass through Ekotepene Road. Because there are multiple channels they can go and link through Udabala and then the Abia State Teaching House. There are multiple installations like that that we hope to build short but highly effective, connecting a section of the city to another section of the city. That way, we'll decongest the roads that people are now congested in, and we're able to increase the flow of the economy, which is the basic reason why Gada has come to stay. As the master plan is being unfolded, as aspects of the master plan is being developed into reality, you're going to have housing estates springing up, and these housing estates will be connected by major roads. You're going to have industrial estates springing up, and these industrial estates will be legible and connected to the seaport and connected to markets in the hinterland. You're going to have new markets springing up, some of them specialist markets. You're going to have markets being rebuilt. Already a core is there. You're going to have a more efficient and effective planning authority where people are focused. So the era of building a hotel without parking is gone. The era of building a block of flats without parking is gone. So you're going to have a city that works like a city. We're also intent on creating new open spaces where people can go just to be human. We also have programs to support SMEs to grow their business, to enable them to make the most of the opportunities that the city will provide. Apart from the fact that His Excellency is also intent on creating icons for as is in Aba, apart from the elephant, there is no imagery that you can use to recognize about. Just like you have the Eiffel Tower for Paris, or the London Bridge for London, or the Statue of Liberty for New York. There is none. So we are going to be creating one. An image that wherever you see it, you know that this is speaking to Aba. So we're going to be repairing the old city, creating new cities, and linking the two in a symbiotic way as to make the inhabitants enjoy their city, live, work, and play here. The basic measure of our efforts will be when people start coming back to Aba the way they had left it when it was in ruins. And then at that point, we'll say we have succeeded. But until then, it's work in progress. Our specialized building materials market is going to Gunabo. The outer ring road starts from here and goes through, come out at the other end of town. A few of the housing estates we are doing will be sited in Gunabo. The understanding is this: if we move certain aspects that is congesting the city to the peripheries, which now includes Ogunabo, Osisioma, and Obingwa, you'll be able to decongest the city. The problem Aba has had, and most cities have, is that when you allow development to go ahead of planning, what you have will be slums. There are some areas in Obingwa where if you go there, you will not be able to move your car because people have so built their houses that they park their cars somewhere only to walk home because there was a lack of plan. That's what we're trying to avoid. So we want planning or planned neighborhood to go ahead of development. So before you get there, we've already placed infrastructure. Before you get there, the roads are there. Before you get there, the water lines are there. Before you get there, you have power. So there will be no need to build slum for the city to grow into slums. Instead, we want to let the city grow organically. But because we go ahead of development to provide infrastructure, it is controlled, it is organized, and people can enjoy it more. Because when you go to such slums, there are no open spaces. Everywhere is a market. There is nowhere for people to excel. There's nothing for people to enjoy. If Davido is coming to Aba today, there's nowhere where he can go and do an open air show. It doesn't exist, except maybe the stadium. But that's unlike most other cities. So those are the periphery, actually the ones going to enjoy. But what we are trying to do is to decongest the city and distribute the density evenly across those bordering areas. So we have a city that actually connects. It's like you go to Lagos. You don't know when you're gone from Surulere to Yaba. You don't know where Yaba ends and where Victoria Island starts. That's basically the idea.